controller on my fluid head handle is broke. Got wet yesterday in the snow, and yesterday afternoon it started acting up. Every time you turn the camera on, it just zooms in all the way. Tried it out last night, and it was working when I tried it this morning at home, but now I'm out here in the tree stand, and it's doing the same thing it was yesterday, so I've got zoom yet, but it's up on the front of the camera here, which is a pain to get to try and, keep your camera aimed and then have to reach around the front to zoom instead of just being able to drive it around with your hands, so that's going to suck today, but I actually don't have a lot of faith in shooting a buck today because, I don't know, this whole month is, I shouldn't say the whole month, today is the 14th of November, the first part of the month here has been junk out here. I got a pile of decent bucks that I would shoot on camera and a couple monsters, but there's a reason they're that big. They stay on the private land during the daylight where they're safe and they don't come onto the public till it's dark out. But I just had a string of 5 deer, looked like 3 does and 2 fawns, come off that ridge and fed around here a little bit and then headed back to the west here. I can't believe all them does and there wasn't, at least a spike with them. But anyways, maybe I'll get lucky and a monster will come running down through here chasing a doe today and I'll get a shot at it, but I think that's about my only chance at shooting a deer. Last night, or I should say all day yesterday, I was putzing around down here on the southern side of this public land, and I ended up seeing 16 deer yesterday, 3 little bucks, and 1 spike was chasing a doe, and then the rest of the deer and the other 2 bucks are all just feeding on acorns. And then walking in here this morning, of course, this is the last weekend before gun season that opens next Saturday, and I'm assuming the woods is going to be full of people getting their scouting in for gun season. There was somebody in here yesterday, I seen his boot tracks. He come in and looks like he walked the edge of the swamp on both sides of the rivers, and he did make a little circle up through here. There's boot tracks, so maybe I'll get lucky and somebody might jump a deer up and run one to me, but I just don't think one's going to come through here on his own terms today because this public land hunting pressure has just been crazy this year, and I don't know, that's all I got to say. It's like it's 3 minutes and 40 seconds of me complaining, but that's the way it's going. Turn this camera around here and shut her down, and if a buck does come in and I can get a shot at him, we'll see if I can get it on video with that controller not working. I guess the takeaway from this hunt is I need to complain more. I was just saying this morning how I just don't feel like it's gonna happen today, and I literally did not feel like it was gonna happen. I'm so freaking burned out. I was talking to some friends, messaging this morning saying I'm sick of hauling this camera gear all over public land, trying to shoot a buck on video. My stupid Zoom remote's not working, and I just shot a nice 8-pointer. I had these 2 fawns. I'd seen 7 deer today, and then these 2 fawns were, number 6 and 7. And I caught a glimpse of a deer over on this other ridge, and it looked like a doe. I mean, the fawns are right underneath me here feeding, so I couldn't get my binoculars up and look, but it didn't look like a big buck. And then it headed that way, and I don't know where it went, and then this buck come up between these 2 ridges, and I honestly think this was deer number 9. I think that other deer went that way. He come up here, and these fawns went up there, and God, I wish I could have got better video, because he let out a big old beller. I mean, I know the audio is going to be decent as long as the wind didn't screw it up, and there's still 3 deer standing right here eating on acorns. But anyways, he let out a big old beller, come right down to the scrape here on my licking vine, and he's seen me up here. As I say, I couldn't zoom in, but he kind of locked up and was looking right at me. But luckily, I got the sun over my back here, and I was tucked up against this tree, and he knew there was something up here, because he was turning. He was just about ready to go, I think, and I drew back, and I had to kind of crouch underneath some branches here. It hit him high, but I don't care. Hit him right in the spine and dropped him. And which is good, because if he would have went that way, he would have made it onto private land, and then I would have had to, go try and find permission. So it worked out great that he tipped over right there. I jumped down, I had to go put another arrow in him, and I'm so freaking tired. It's been a long season. I put in a lot of time down here. That's not the biggest buck I had wandering around in here, but he was one of the shooters, and I'm so glad I finally got a deer this year. A lot of hard work, and it finally paid off. Anyways, we'll take this camera gear down and stand and everything, and go down and get some better video and pictures of him. And here he is up close and personal. This is my 2020 archery buck, and I'm not going to get too much into details of the hunt. I think I covered most of that up in the tree before and after the shot. I say I'm tired. It's been a long season, and I'm burnt out, and I was getting to the end here, and this is the last weekend. I had this morning to hunt. It's supposed to snow or rain this afternoon and into the morning, and then if I didn't shoot nothing this morning, I had tomorrow afternoon, and that was it before the gun hunt starts next weekend. And I'm tagged out. I am so excited to say that I am tagged out. I don't know if I mentioned it yet. I haven't shot a buck with the bow since 2017, and this is a beautiful 8-pointer. I mean, a lot of the bucks we've been getting pictures of here and at home, they're all broke up from fighting and doing the rut thing, and this one, he ain't got a chip or nothing on his rack, and just a beautiful 3.5-year-old deer. I don't know if he's probably your average size. He's not a huge body deer, but say a good 3.5-year-old, good public land deer. And I'm gonna take these clothes off because I am already overheating from just moving him around here and setting him up for pictures and video, and go back over here and take the stand down and take all that back out to the truck, and I'm gonna bring my sled in here and start dragging. It's gonna be a long afternoon, and I want to get out of here before the weather starts. So thanks for watching, and hopefully we got a couple more here before the end of the season.